weren't there.
When I asked about your partner, being gay, period, is tough.
Yes.
How is it being gay and homeless?
Yes. Yes.
Really tough.
Yes, really tough. And here lately we have been going to this church called First Charity Baptist. And one Sunday the pastor had touched on gay, and he stayed on it for a second. So my partner, not really knowing the Lord, not being as mature in the word as I was, she left for 3 weeks. Well, the 3 weeks that she didn't come, it wasn't that. But as soon as she came back, that his wife preached, and she preached on the same thing. So she wants to, just go to a church that doesn't really. I don't need anyone to keep telling me that God doesn't love me because I'm gay, because I know that's a lot from the pits of hell.
Right, and I'm glad, because this is something that you and I share,
right.
Being Christian and gay. So that we have in common, and that what you just said, I wholeheartedly agree with you 100%. Because there's a lot of hatred that's being taught,
yes,
preached out there, and it's time for us to wake up and realize what's more important.
Right.
And when people try to deter you and detract you from the bigger issues, like something like eradicating homelessness and poverty, they want to talk about your sexuality, which
exactly.
means who you sleeping with that night, and we
which
know
is insignificant. It's
insignificant.
It's
absolutely
not significant at all. It's insignificant. And then not only that, so you have to think about it. If we want to, as the young people say, keep it 100. If we want to really go there, I've already been born with one stripe being black.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then you're gay and black.
That's right. You're female, and then on top of that, you're gay. Right. So the list it just piles up against you. But I'm glad that what I've realized through this interview is that today your arm was something that I may not have necessarily seen when I met you. Your arm was something, and it's like my man Eno would say, it's like going out there with your breastplate and your armor on. Right. You got to be prayed up, and you got to go out there. You got to go out there in the world and not allow people to throw any and everything at you, because being homeless is one thing, being gay is another, being black is another. It's amazing, Dena. But just the few words, you don't know how this interview might help somebody else. Because we talk to a lot of people, but nobody, from our perspective, meaning, has got up and spoken and said, I am gay, I am Christian, I do love God, I am homeless, I am on my way to getting housing. How does that make me different from anyone else? But I know there's a world out there that needs to hear these messages, and I, sweetie, all I can do is say thank you, baby, for doing this interview. It took you a long time to open up, but you opened up. Is it maybe because we get ready to close, Dena? We get ready to close. How you feeling about that?
I'm having mixed emotions about that, because Heart's Place has been a part of my life, for the winter. And like I said, long before I got to know, Miss Catherine, I got to know you, and the new guy that's been here. Well, I got to know the guy that was here when I first came, Brandon, and you all have touched me all in different ways, I'm just having mixed emotions. You always talk.
Charmaine, seriously, all this, sir, stop. No, seriously, you gotta answer this. You gotta answer this question, though, seriously, because Dena, this was the last thing she answered. What, how you feeling about us knowing that we got 1 week to go and we about to close?
I'm pissed. I wish it was open year round, so we have time to wait on trying to get what's she looking at me for? Housing, and instead of us being separated, she's staying somewhere and I'm staying somewhere else.
Cause that's one of the perks you can buy, is cause both stay here together, right?
Right.
And how many shelters can you do that at?
None.
Wow.
Well, Cold Blue, but
well, you go there together, right. Right. No hanky-panky at all, people. That's not what that means. It just means that they were able to, be in the same place. And it's important when you're able to do that. Like Dena said, you know what I mean? You and her done wrote it out.
It was stressful when you're homeless and your partner's staying somewhere, but you can't stay there, and you know y'all just separated.
I understand.
It seems to weigh on the relationship a little, but not a lot.
Y'all are survivors. I must say that y'all definitely survivors. I you know, you've heard this before through several people that y'all admired or whatever for your strength, but just braving the whole thing out. And I'm sure, I know that the housing is on its way. Trust me. You know, just claim it. Thank y'all.
Now, I'm not exactly sure about what you're doing, but I know you're doing something. I gave you the best years of my life, trying to be your mother and a good wife. I made you what you are. You hear me? I paid the house notes. I put you through school. I paid for that pretty car you drive your women and men around in. So if I can't be number one, I will not be number two unless I want to be. And right now I'm in no mood to be number two. You hear me? Just use my life up. Use all my time up.
Who that said?
Oh my goodness.
You turn on the radio. You're pulling me close. I just say no. I say I don't like it. But you know I'm a liar. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire. But my heart stays cool.
Dena acting crazy, just having some fun, man. Harsh places.
Romeo and Juliet. Samson and Delilah. Oh boy.
Good times, man. This is what happens here. A lot of good times I have, man. People really like family.
Without you, I don't want to be free. I'm staying.